Good evening, my dear brothers and sisters. Today is September 19, 2008. We are at the Trúc Lâm Monastery for our regular meditation session. How are you today? Did you enjoy the walking meditation? And when I am at the back, I heard Brother Đức Tạng sing a song about walking meditation. Did you hear? And I think we would like to hear it again. May I invite Brother Đức Tạng, do me a favor.
Dear Thay, dear brothers and sisters, we'll have a chance to sing the song again. I'm not the greatest singer or anything, but I'll try my best. Okay, so the words go like this. The mind can go in 1,000 directions, but on this path I walk in peace. With each step a gentle wind blows, with each step a flower blooms. So we'll start singing. The mind can go in 1,000 directions, but on this path I walk in peace. With each step a gentle wind blows, with each step a flower blooms. Again. The mind can go in 1,000 directions, but on this path I walk in peace. With each step a gentle wind blows, with each step a flower blooms. The mind can go in 1,000 directions, but on this path I walk in peace. With each step a gentle wind blows, with each step a flower blooms. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Lấy cho thầy cái bình bông. Yesterday, Marco is one of our brother here in the Sangha. He brought back and offered to the temple 4 stems of this kind of flower. Is anyone here? What is the flower? This is a lotus. But this is the lotus bud. It's not bloomed yet. And he brought back 4 of them like this, and the other one is more open. And these 3 here still as a bud. And when he brought back and he said, Thay, I hope the lotus will bloom. I say, Marco, you brought back the very young one. But I appreciate because he traveled very far away from Canada, and he picked this flower, this lotus, on the street, and he gently soaked the flower in the water, and carefully brought back to Canada. And he brought to the temple and offered us yesterday. In Buddhism, lotus is one of the most important and famous flower. It symbolizes for the practice of a practitioner. When you look at the Buddha statue, and you also see that they made the statue of the Buddha seated on a lotus. And most of the pictures, the portraits of the Buddha and the Bodhisattvas are also stand or sit on a lotus. When you come to the Buddhist practice center, a temple, and we are greeting to each other by joining our hands together as a lotus bud and bow to each other. So joining the hands like this, it stands for a lotus of a kind of flower that you want to offer your friend. So before I sit down, I bow to the cushions, to the mat, in order to appreciate the one who set up. We want to say hello to each other. We bow to each other. We want to say thank you. We also bow to each other. Just very simple. Join your hands and bow. You don't need to say anything, but just a beautiful action like that. It symbolizes, represents for everything. And why we choose the lotus? Because the lotus, we have to grow the lotus in the mud. And lotus is grow from the root, right under the mud. And then from the mud, the beautiful flower bloom, fragrance. The mud stands for the entire life with lot of attractions, lot of desires, lot of cravings, lot of things that bother you. But if we want to practice, we want to successful on our path, we are unable to detach ourselves from this world in order to benefit the practice. We want to learn something. We have to learn right in this quiet society. What is the song that we just sing? The mind go 1,000 directions, but I walk peacefully on this path. Right in this moment, lot of people, they enjoy their weekend by going to the club, the casino, and many other, things. But we refuse them. We want to come here to sit, to concentrate, to practice, to make ourselves sit still and peacefully. So, a lot of mud around, but we are a beautiful seated on a lotus. So each of us is a lotus. And if we want to practice well, we're not going to the mountain. We cannot close our door and refuse anyone. We have to get involved. And right in this place, we benefit from the practice. We attain the fruit of the practice. So when the flower bloom and the stem of the flower and the stem of the leaf separately, that is something special about the lotus. Usually you look at just a regular flower, you see that the flower and the leaves together in the same stem. But as a lotus, they grow separately. The leaf will have another stem. This flower, another stem. And once the flower blooms, inside of the flower, there's a fruit. There are some fruits in there. What we call a lotus seed. We call a seed, but actually it is a fruit. What is the meaning of that? Our life is made up by the cause and effect. You can see the effect right after you cause something. So anything you create as a cause, and there will be something will be happen as an effect. So what we create is like the seed, but what we receive is like the fruit. So sometimes we don't have to wait until next life. We can see the karma, the effect, the result, right in this life. Just like a lotus flower, our life is made up of cause and effect. Every cause, be it action, word, or thought, will imprint an effect that can be seen in this lifetime or in the future lives. So we are like a lotus. We can raise from the mud. So if we never experience suffering, we never appreciate when there is no problems in our life. So sometimes we need to reflect back. What happened to ourselves right now? We have no problems. Our family is stable, is happy. Everyone is happy. That is the symbol of happiness. What else we want? Sometimes we want a lot of money, but money cannot buy happiness. Money cannot buy health. It only can buy medicine. But money unable to buy health. Money only can buy an insurance, but unable to buy safety. The money can buy a bed, but unable to buy a good sleep. So what are the result of the good sleep? When inside of us we have peace, we have joy, we attain the inner peace. So what can we do to attain that unless we sit still or we're able to walk peacefully on earth? No matter what, how fast they walk, but we have no rush, then why we need to rush? We are very easy to influence by others. When we see people walk fast, even we have nothing to do, but we still run after them. And then we are very tired. We just sit down and sometimes we ask ourselves. I have some members, sometimes they work so many hours in a week. And when they're so tired, and then they get angry, they sit down and they say, why I need to work this much? Why I need to work this many hours? Do I need that much of money? But they just raise the question. But the habit of working hard, the habit of wanting more money, control them. They know how to reflect once a while for a few minutes, but after that, they continue to sink down and rolling. In Buddhist term, we call samsara. Samsara means we sunk down and roll. Vietnamese call trầm luân. Trầm means sunk down. Lung means like a cycle, never stop. We are very easy to be happy or to be sad, up and down all day long, along with the praising and the blaming. Even though we practice humble, but humble is only the surface. But inside, we still up and down, happy and unhappy, based on the blaming and the praising. But for the one who have concentration, they're very stable. They are very solid. This kind of winds unable to blow them. The Buddha called the praising and the blaming are the wind. They're able to blow us away. And sometimes we never know who we are. You know that the lotus, you can use the root, the leaf, the flower, the seed. You can use every single thing of a lotus. The lotus root, when you pick it from the mud, you wash them carefully. And then you can chop them into pieces. And then you put in the slow cooker for a few hours. And then you drink the liquid of it. It helps you to sleep well and to cool your flame in your body. And then you can chop the lotus root as big as a thumb. And then you can roll with flour. You deep fry them. And then you can make sweet and sour sauce and you stir fry them together. In a vegetarian dish they call chicken sweet and sour. You can make pickle with lotus root. The lotus leaf, you can put sticky rice or rice, and then you grab the rice with the lotus leaf, and then you steam them. It makes the sticky rice or the rice taste good and smell good. When we do herbalist, the flower, each petal of the lotus can help you, and one of the thing for the herbalist, we can use them. And the lotus seed, when you open the lotus seed, there is a very tiny green thing in the middle of it. We call the heart of the lotus. You can dry them and save to use for the whole year. And once a while you take them out about a spoon, and then you boiling the water like you're drinking tea. It helps you to sleep well and cool the flame inside your body also. And you can make dessert with the seed. When you eat moon cake, they call lotus seed paste. So that means they need to boil the lotus seed and then they stir them and make into paste to make moon cake. So we never throw away anything of a lotus. We don't have to refuse anyone in our life because everyone is useful. Can you see the meaning of it? I am unable to do anything else, but I am able to be here and give you some spiritual support. My student, they are unable to cook, but they can do something else. This one able to cook, this one able to clean up. So in our family, no one is useless. Everybody in our family, they are useful. They may be the flower, they may be the leaf, they may be the root, maybe the heart, they may of the lotus seed, they may be the lotus seed. Can you see? In our society, in our daily life, we don't have to refuse anyone. We need to open our heart and embrace all of them. And you know that the lotus seed tastes tasty. But the lotus heart, the tiny little green thing in that is bitter. It's bitter, but it can give you the treatment. Problems can give you a lecture. Some people say something to us very hard to listen. But if you listen carefully, it's become a lecture to learn. That's how Vietnamese people used to say. Bitter medicine able to treat your sickness, to heal your sickness. Hard work to listen, words to listen. But if you be patient and listen carefully, and you practice what they order, you benefit from those kind of words. We can learn from something from the leaf. You know, when you sprinkling the water on the lotus leaf, it will roll off, never wet. There are a lot of things that we don't have to get in touch. But if we are a leaf of the lotus already, people say that it cannot bother us. They do that, they cannot bother us. If we are unable to be like a lotus, we can learn like a lotus leaf. Many things around us, they're ready and willing to sprinkling a lot of problems on us. Like the water sprinkling on the leaf of the lotus. But don't worry, if you are a lotus leaf, you never get wet. Just roll off. Siddhartha is the Buddha when he was the prince. If he was born and then he practiced and he enlightenment, there's nothing to say. But he get married. He lived in the life of the prince with lot of things that he able to enjoy. He enjoyed them all. But these kind of things unable to imprison him. Now he just stand up and walk away from it. One day, 2 monks, they're in the same boat. And they see the fishermen doing fishing, and some of the fish got into the net. And then they just sit there and look at the fisherman to see what is he doing. And later on, one of the fish jumped out of the net. One of the monks, very happy, and say, "Good job, you're doing a good job." The other monk turned around and said, "What are you doing? I don't see anything good from this fish. If he good, if he is perfect, he shouldn't be caught by the fisherman." The other monk say, "You don't understand me." And they continue their trip. About a few hours later, the other monk understand and say, "My dear brother, now I understand what are you talking about." The first monk say, "Good job." That means he got caught into the net. But the thing is, he able to jump out of the net. If he is not caught by the fisherman, nothing to say. So the other monk, he does not understand that high. He say, if you are perfect, you not get any problem. That is the perfect. But the other monk say, no. If you never influenced by anything, but now you got influenced, but now you know how to transform. You know how to renew your life. You know how to run away from that. That is, something we need to talk about. And as a practitioner, we never expect good things will come to us all the time. We will have no problems in life. Our life is very smoothly. No. If everything is satisfy us and we don't valuable, we don't appreciate the result, the fruit that we got. But because there are a lot of things happen, but we are so lucky, we're able to go through, we're able to stand up. That is something to say. The same as the lotus. Grow beautifully, strongly, and fragrantly from the mud. So, no mud, no lotus. No garbage, no compost. No compost, no flower. Don't forget, the flower is made by garbage. Because if we do not have garbage, we are unable to transform the garbage into compost. And then the compost become something very healthy for the flower. And then when we look at these fresh and beautiful flowers here, we also can see the nature of garbage. Because one day, this flower also will die and become garbage, and then become compost, and continue to nourish for all the flowers to be grown. We can see the continuation of everything. We can see the connection of everything. Do you see what I mean by that? We have to see that. We have to practice the reflecting on the practice of seeing things connection together. They're unable to separate. We cannot detach ourselves. In order to practice, we have to see that our happiness is related to the other's happiness. Our suffering is also related to others' suffering. When we can see the continuation of everything, and we're so happy to receive. And we are happy to be the continuation of our ancestors. And when we look at our future, younger generation, and we're happy too, because we see that they are our next continuation. So this is the continuation. Life is a continuation. Everything is a continuation. So that's why sometimes we don't use the word birthday. And instead of using the word birthday, we can use the word continuation day. The day that you are continue from your parents, for your ancestors. You are not just born. You're born since you are a little tiny dot in your mother's womb. And you're already born half on your father, half in your mother. So we were born already. But when the conditions enough, we appear as something. And we are the continuation. So when we look at the lotus, and that is why you see, why the Buddha sit on a lotus? Because the Buddha stands for awakening. So once you're awakening, everywhere you sit, that sit become a lotus. When you aware, what are you doing? So every step you make, the flower, the lotus blooms underneath of your feet. If you watch the cartoon called The Life of the Buddha, and they say that when Siddhartha, on his last day of meditation and almost became the Buddha, and there are a lot of Maras appear and try to scare him, try to move him away from his sitting. And they use a lot of arrows to harm him. But when the arrow fly almost come to him, he opened up his eyes, looked carefully to each of the arrow, and the arrow automatically stick down and become a lotus. And when you watch that and you say, oh, that is something unbelievable. But you know, that is very true and that is very practical in our daily life. A lot of things try to move us away from our nature happiness, our reality happiness. We have two eyes, we're able to see beautifully. But someone come and say, your eyes don't look nice. I will bring you to another place and make your eyes more beautiful. And we pay out a lot of money to do something else, and later on we got sick, our eyes do not look as nature anymore. We go to work, we save some money, and people say, why you need to put your money in the account? Go with me. I show you how to gamble. Yeah, okay, play small. Bring about $50 first. When we lose them all, come on, spend another 50, you get another 100 back. But you know, that is the Mara, that is the ghost. 1 day, 2 days, 1 month, 2 months, we are addicted, and we spend a lot of money from our account, but we don't know. They try to move us away from our seat. Our family is very stable. Our life is very stable, very normal. But because of the Mara, because of the ghost. And there are a lot of things try to hurt, to harm us. But if we use the eyes of the Buddha, look carefully. What is the looking mean? Reflecting. When the Buddha opened the eyes and looked carefully to each of the narrow, looking means looking deeply. Looking deeply means to reflect. So every single thing that arrives to our life, we need to reflect. We need to sit down and think deeply about that before we make the decision, before we talk, before we become the action. And those things will become the lotus. The Mara stands for the greed, the hatred, the ignorance. These are the three basic poisons the Buddha called the snakes. The greed, the hatred, and the ignorance are the three poison snakes. They can kill us anytime. The poison snake, if they kill us, we die just this lifetime. But these three things, greed, hatred, and ignorance, can kill us many lifetimes. If we got bite by the poison snake, we die right away. But if we have the ignorance in us, the hatred in us, we suffer day by day. If we're unable to transform this kind of poisons, and we suffer all day long, all year long. We don't want to look at that person. We don't want to talk at that person. Every time when we hear the voice of that person, we feel unhappy. We feel uncomfortable. And anywhere we go, we know that that person will appear. We refuse not to appear. It bothers us a lot. So anything that bothers your mind, we call afflictions. So today, every time when we meet each other, and remember to join your hands as a lotus bud, a flower. And then you can say, a lotus for my friend, a Buddha to be. Very simple, easy to memorize. A lotus for my friend, a Buddha to be. So I respect you as a Buddha to be. I bow you. And why I have to leave it right here? Because this is the flower come from my heart. So I leave it right in front of my chest. The lotus come from my heart. 10 fingers together stand for the concentration. We don't open them wide. 10 fingers even together and they come together, stand for the concentration. So when I meet you, I wholeheartedly be here for you. Why don't we do this to our loved one? I am here, reality for you. I am here 100% for you. Darling, my body is here, my mind also here. I'm here for you. Sometimes we need to say this, to declare this in our family. Because each of us is like a computer. We need to refresh the computer once a while. We need sometimes the computer get freezing. We need to turn them off and then restart. We can restart our life anytime we want. We're able to renew everything. In Buddhism, we have the ceremony and the practice called confession. But the word confession is not the right term that we want to use. Because we feel that confess means you are begging that person to forgive you. Or someone higher than you, release your sins. And since you do that and you feel you free, and you may continue to do that again, and then you come back to confess again and again. That is not the Buddhist practice. This is how Buddhists confess. You renew yourself. You have the right to declare what wrong thing you have done. But you have to make your vow not to continue. So you regret what you have done past, but same time you make a vow not to continue. You stop what you have done wrong. That is called confession. Doesn't mean you come to the Buddha today, you bow the Buddha, you confess, and then tomorrow you clear, you do again. It's not like that. You do not need to report your problems to anyone, even that is the highest monk. You don't have to. Why? Because all the wrong thoughts, wrong action, wrong speech, they all come from your mind. If your mind think wrong, you speak wrong. Your mind think wrong, you do wrong. So you need to correct your mind. You need to talk to your mind. So the best confession, sit down quietly and reflect yourself what you have done wrong. Your mind will tell you what you have done wrong. Use that wrong mind to clean it. The same as when you want to say, I want to clean the mirror. Actually, you clean the dust. You don't clean the mirror. Because the mirror always clean and reflect, shiny. Just because you leave the dust stop on the top of the mirror. And now what you need to clean the dust. Once the dust be swept away, the mirror is shiny again. Like the moon. Never dark or nothing. Always shiny. But why we are unable to see the moon? Because of the cloud. So once the cloud move away, we can see the moon. The nature of goodness always beautifully in us. Just because we do not know how to get in touch, we do not know how to water that kind of good seed in us. We just water the negative seed in us every day. In us, we have many different kind of seeds. Good and bad. But because every day we just water that negative seed, and we say, oh, that's who am I. That's who I am. If you don't trust me, if you're unable to connect with me, that's fine. Leave me alone. That is very easy to say. But guess what? We never want that. When we're really alone, we will feel lonely. Sometimes because of the anger, we say, leave me alone. I don't want anyone. But if people are away from us, we suffer. So we are not really who we are. So, when we look at the lotus, and we can learn from that, we don't have to run away from the mud. Right in the mud, we will grow up. Right in the suffering, right in the problems, we will grow up fragrant and beautifully. So because today I saw on the altar we have 3 lotus, so I just want to mention a little bit the meaning of the lotus. So when you come back to the temple And when you talk about the Buddhism, and you know that the lotus is a famous and very practical lecture. If you're happy, everywhere you sit is the lotus. Everywhere you walk on the lotus. Everything you eat, that's tasty. If you're not happy, doesn't matter where you are. In heaven, still are not happy. So, Vietnamese used to say, once you feel enough, even every day you just have some white rice, soy sauce, you're still happy. You don't feel enough, 100 dishes in front of you. You sleep on money, or you sleep on a very luxury bed, you're still not happy. Same as earlier I mentioned, money able to buy a very luxury bed, but cannot buy the good sleep. Sometimes people sleep on a very expensive bed, but they cry. They're unable to sleep well. The sleep is not deep. So when we reflect ourselves, we live a simple life. But every Friday we're able to make our time to come here. We're able to make time to be with the family. We're able to spend time with our children. That is a pleasure. That is a bonus. And that is a gift for us and for our family members. And remember, we open our heart, embrace everything, the same as we can use everything of a lotus. The lotus, even the lotus root is right under the mud. But once the mud has been washed, clean, and we're able to eat the root. Thank you for your presence tonight, your listening, and I hope that you will enjoy your whole weekend. And I would like to express the invitation of the Master. Based on the schedule of the Senior Home project. And the Senior Lodge is almost done. And next Sunday at 3 o'clock, the Master will want to invite all of you to visit the new facility before we open and let people move in. So if you want to pay a visit or you want to come and share this happy moment with the Master, you are very welcome and you are invited to attend. It's at 127th Street, 148 Ave. Thank you. Please enjoy your breathing, enjoy your breath, while the 3 sounds of the bell will be invited.